Hello everyone, welcome to my home. It's Charlotte here. Are you ready to have some fun today? I thought we would do just a little continuation of the shapes, the wooden shapes, and I wanted to show you what I had pulled the glitter out. Can you tell? Look, there's glitter on. This is really meant to hang on the tree because I glittered both sides. You still could use it for a tag, but there's nowhere to write unless you wanted to attach something to the string. But isn't that so pretty? Look at that. That side I put a velvet bow and then just a little embellishment there. And that is the back of that. And then there's this heart, and this is a tag. I used texture paste and a stencil on here. And then look at that ribbon, snowman ribbon, and a little bead. And then I had just put the glitter on the where the texture paste was, so the actual napkin doesn't have it. And then a Santa. This is a tag as well with the bow. And this star here. And then another heart, the glitter all around, and I just added a jingle bell. And we have an angel here. This is a tag. It's got the reindeer and a bow at the top with a little bead. So I will be using these for gifts. And then I pulled out a different glitter here, and this is on the stencil as well. And then I did a raggedy bow and hanger, which I really like. Kind of took the opulence of the glitter and the gold and kind of countrified it. So I really like the way that turned out. The reason I wanted to continue this is I got a couple comments from people that I have some of those, I have to find them. I know I have one in a drawer or some in a drawer. Then I heard from somebody that said, I can't find any of the shapes. They're out of the US, and they said, I can't find any of the shapes that you have. We have stars and we have hearts, and so I wanted to pull the hearts out, and I only had the one star, but I think the hearts are absolutely beautiful. I love the heart. You don't have to have gingerbread men or snowmen or any of that. And then I had this kind of, I call this, what's a kind of a wacky shaped heart? I mean, star. If you remember, this is years and years ago. Instead of having the standard, even on all corners, stars, they came out and they were making stars like this. And then they were making hearts that were really long and narrow. And you see that a lot in like primitive crafting or real grungy kind of crafting. You see it a lot down south where you find grungy homey crafts, kind of more primitives craft. It's hard to find primitive crafts here in the desert, and I absolutely love primitive crafts. But I just wanted to say stars and hearts, that's good to me. You know, I'll take a heart and a star any day. I have not been looking for these. I was going to try to go this week and see if, I know I had mentioned to you Hobby Lobby and Michael's, and I need to get to Hobby Lobby and Michael's and see what I can find in shapes. But I mean, look at that, and that's a heart. You know, and I mean, that's as Christmas as you're gonna get, you know, so hearts are good. Hearts are good. And it wasn't a complaint. It was just that, you know, I can't find the shapes that you've got. So, yeah, lots of hearts, lots of stars, and I think that's wonderful. So I am going to work on this angel today because we're going to use texture paste and a stencil, and then I want to show you the effect of that. And I thought, let's pull out a napkin. The one Santa I showed you with the gold, I used this black napkin here, and that was this one right here that I kind of countrified. Just think that's really pretty. But if you are new to my channel, and I want to welcome all of my new subscribers and thank you for being here. But if you're new to my channel and you didn't see how we went ahead and collaged these, it's just the video before this. It shows you from the wooden shape like this to what we did to it. So hop on over there and you will be able to see that. And like I had mentioned about the emery board, yeah, went and found it. You don't need a sanding block. It's just an old emery board. So I wanted to kind of get away from the Christmas, not the Christmas spirit, not the Christmas look, but the Christmas napkin. So I pulled this really, really pretty napkin out here and thought, let's use it on this angel and see what we can create with this. So I am just gonna start ripping up a couple pieces. Really like this lavender, don't want that to get lost. So let's use a piece of that and that. And this is pretty. Let me just go ahead and get a smaller piece. See what we can do. Put this. Now we're going to have a hole in the head. Remember that. We will have a hole in the head. So maybe put that on her wing. That flower probably should be facing up. So maybe right there. We're going to use the Yoo-Hoo glue stick. And I have found sometimes if the edges start coming up, you do have to pull out regular glue and just adhere that down. I think that looks good. And here is that pretty lavender piece. Let's put that over here and then figure out what's going to go on the head and work from there. That is pretty. And you may have to stop just to be able to sand and get your shape, because as you start applying these pieces to the angel anyway, you start to lose the shape and you can't really see the pattern of your napkin and where it's going. So sometimes in between, it's just nice to kind of stop and see what's going to happen. Don't want to lose that purple. I do like that. Take this off just a little bit. Get rid of that. Keeping in mind that I am going to punch a hole. This may already have a hole. Yeah, it's already got a hole. Look at that. And then let's get a little bit more pattern down in her skirt area. So, let's see what we've got. That's pretty. Let's do that. We are going to texture paste on top of this, so I'm not, I mean, I'm concerned. I want it to look good, but I'm keeping in mind too that I am going to put something over this too. So that looks pretty good, but you can see you've lost the shape. So Sometimes it just helps if you're having trouble of where to lay your piece of napkin, to kind of just go and sand and see what you've got. So let me go ahead and sand, and I will be back when I've got this sanded, but I'm just gonna go, for those of you that are just watching, I'm just gonna go around like that, all around the shape of this. So I'll be right back. Okay, so look at that. Isn't that so pretty? Look at her. Really, really pretty. So I'm going to make a tag out of this. So before I do anything on this side, I've got to put my piece of paper, just my scrap paper here, on the back so we've got something to write on. We're going to use this as our gift tag. So I'm going to go ahead and go over her body with the glue stick. We are done with that. And then set her down. This on there. Cut it out. Once again, I didn't bring my little scissors. We're going to kind of cut her out so we don't have so much to sand off. That's the whole idea about that. And then you can decide if you want to distress this or not. I think with the black background, I'm not too worried about distressing this, so I think I'm going to leave it. After you apply your Collage podge, or your Mod Podge, whichever one you prefer, you can still distress. Collage Podge will still take the distress afterwards. I'm not so certain about Mod Podge. I have Mod Podge, but I prefer the Collage Podge. So you will, if you remember, it's easier to distress, I think, before you put the other on. So I'll leave that up to you and whatever it is that you like to do. We don't need that anymore. So now I am going to come back in, and with my emery board, I am going to go, or your sanding block, whichever you prefer, I am going to go sand around the edges here because we don't want it to look like that. So I'll be right back. We've got that down, and I ended up having to get my sanding block. So we've got that finished, and I think because sometimes when you sand, like here, I think hopefully you can see that, I don't want that as white as it is, so I am going to go ahead and get my distressed ink. And we are going to, this is walnut. We're going to just distress this just a little bit. And because I distressed that, I think I need to go around and do it all, and then I will do it on the back as well. Just like that. It just kind of gives it a little bit of definition for real. And there won't be any trouble finding the hole. I can pretty much feel it, and I'll just stick my awl through it. But you can see how pretty she is. And then the next thing that we have to do with her is, before we use the texture paste, we're going to do a little bit of the Collage podge, which is this right here. And I'm just going to do it with my finger, just like this. Get this done, and then I've got my heat tool, so I'll dry it real quick. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Now what you could do if you wanted to put glitter all over her, you could go ahead now and sprinkle the glitter while the Collage podge is wet, and that gives the glitter something to stick to. And what I had used, I really like German glass glitter. That is what I used to work with. But I had this glitter here. I think this is from Walmart. I've had this for a long time. And I'm pretty sure this is from Walmart. So this is what I used on like this. It gives you a really nice sparkle. And then the gold one, this one here, I used this glitter here. And I want to say this might be from Joann's or Michael's. American Crafts, that might be Michael's. So, yeah. But no glitter today. I'm gonna tell you how I had gotten the glitter to stick to the other. But let me go ahead and dry this and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's dry. I got my awl. And I'm pretty sure there's my hole right there. Just poke my hole in. There we go. You can see that. You can see that hole right there. So now what we're going to do is pick out a stencil, and I am going to be using a Tim Holtz stencil. This one here. And just because I like all the swirls and I think that looks really good. The little swirls. And I've got my palette knife. So here I'm using texture paste, opaque matte. And do I want it all over? I mean, isn't she pretty? Just like this on a package. Isn't she so pretty? Let's see. We could just glitter the wings. If you wanted to just glitter the wings, that would be really pretty. But I think I am going to texture paste all over. There's the hole for the hanger. I think I'm going to try to do this whole thing. Don't need a lot. You just want a little definition. You know, I was thinking, I haven't done it yet, but I want to do it crackle paste. Or, yeah, not crackle paste, but crackle. How pretty would an ornament be that was crackled? So I think I might take a heart and try to do some crackle. I finished the surprise boxes. Half of them are on hold. So I will let you know when I'm ready to list. It's either going to be the last couple days of October or the 1st of November. So I want to thank you for that, for your support of that. It just makes me so happy. I didn't know if the idea that I came up with, I didn't know if it would be a good idea, if anybody would be interested at all, and it seems that you really like it, so happy about that. Let's look and see what, oh, look at that, guys. Look at that. So let me take the crackle paste off, like see, like here, or not the crackle, but the texture paste. We don't want that. We don't want this. Or this. And if you do this and you don't like it, this will wipe right off. You just want to be really, really careful not to disturb your napkin, but you should be able to wipe it right off. But look at how pretty that is. It just kind of defines it. Now what I'm going to do is, you see how flat it is? See how flat that is? I am going to put the heat tool to it, and it's going to puff up. And then I'll show that to you, so I will be right back. Okay guys, so this has been dried, and do you see how it's kind of puffed up? It's kind of more three-dimensional. So now I'm going to explain to you what I did. Because this, to me, this is done. This is getting no glitter. But if you wanted glitter, like I had done on these two here, this is what I did. You can see it right here. I only went right through the center of this heart. Then I took my art glitter glue with the tip, and I just took the glue, and I would have gone with the glue all over wherever the texture paste is. And then when I had that on there while it was wet, then I sprinkle the glitter on it. And that is exactly what I did with this one and what I did with this one. As pretty as this is, and then I also went around the edges on this one with gold paint. Hopefully you can see that. I just took gold paint in my finger and then just went around the edges. But you can't really see the definition of the stencil with the glitter, because the glitter is in and outside of the lines. So you would never know to look at this, that this stencil is on this ornament here, or this tag, whatever you choose for this to be. So I am gonna leave this like this. You could, if you wanted to. If you don't have art glitter glue, don't worry about that. You can take any kind of glue, matte paste, or matte medium, and take a fine paintbrush, and then just paint over here, and then go ahead and glitter it. It would be the same effect. Now that I'm talking about this, I'm wondering what this would look like if I put this glitter on it, if we would still see this stencil. What do you think? I think you would. This is what the glitter looks like. So I wonder if the stencil would, you know what, let's just do it. Let's do it. Let us do that and see. I'm at the very end of my paper towel roll, but I mean, because I can always make another one of these. So yeah, let's try it and see what happens. So I'm going to use this glitter, and that means we have to apply something for it to adhere to, right? So let's give it some Collage podge just right over that. Off we go. And let's see what we get. And I'm going to have to dry it, because you're not going to see, because of the Collage podge is white, you're not really going to see the effect. I don't want too much on there, just enough for the glitter to stick. Because the Collage podge is white, you won't really see through to the pattern until it's dry. But let's have a look and see what we get. So we're just gonna pour this right on there, just like that. And then we are going to tap off as much as we can. Ooh, okay. So let me put this away. Let me dry this, and then we'll see what we've got. So I will be right back, guys. Completely dry, but look at how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. And then I'm sitting here thinking, where's my Where's my awl and where's my, okay, here's my awl. Let me get my hanger hole back, which I think is right, yeah, there we go, right there. Look at how pretty this is. Look at that. Get out your texture paste. Look at how pretty. And I think all I would do with this is just put a hanger. I don't think I would put bows or anything else because that is just pretty as can be. So let's recap just a little bit. Here was the gold. Let's see, do I have an angel? I think that might be the only, yes, I do have an angel. Here's an angel. Look at the difference. This is just with the glitter. This is with the texture paste. Look at the difference. I'm glad we went ahead and did the glitter because I think that's just incredible. Look at that. I mean, who wouldn't want a gift with one of these tags on it? Come on. You know, of course. Of course. And hearts. You've got to love the hearts. Hearts. Stars. Look at this. So cute. So if you're finding them, get them out. Look what you can do. And I'm not going to do another video on these, but if I do the crackle, I will definitely do a show and tell. But I'm loving, I think so far this really is one of my favorites. I just think that is so beautiful. So I'm very, very happy with that. And a really quick update. I know that there are some people that have put napkins in the mail. I do have some napkins. I just haven't done the share yet. I was going to close it out on the 15th. Today is the 12th, I think. So the 15th would be, this is Monday. I think I'm going to close it out on Friday. And if you sent me one and I don't have it, I think there's 2 people. I know Sonia is one, and I know there's another. I don't worry about it because I'm going to put your name in, and there's going to be other things in the drawing too. It's not just going to be the journal because, yeah, you know me, I can't do that. So I'm going to be giving away quite a few things, so it's going to be fun. Yeah, guys, all right, there you have it. I hope you'll try it, and I hope you'll fall in love with it. If you've got a bunch of these shapes, pull them out. I think the itty-bitty little shapes would be just as cute. Sweet on a tag. Maybe we'll do a few of those. I'll try it and see if they're as cute as I think they'd be, and if they are, then I will share with you. So I will catch you again real soon in the next video. Thanks so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye now.